And welcome back, and a sincere thank you as always for spending a little time with us. This Tuesday, the 16th, has been back and forth. Some sun, some showers, some clouds, some storms, and kind of that perpetual motion over and over again. We're also looking for that pattern to intensify to some degree. More showers and storms are in the short-term forecast, and we're still looking at with a little better idea as to what the remains, or leftovers we should say, of Tropical Storm Bill will have to say about our forecast later on in the week. Still, the possibility of some heavy rain. We're definitely going to see some moisture. Just the lingering question of how much. That's what we'll try to answer and talk about in more detail in just a few moments. Sagersville City Council coverage from last night, bids that were opened, budget discussion, insurance discussion as well, and some other items. Also, an incident involving a hit and run, literally almost just in front of my residence over the course of the weekend. And a friend of ours who once served as in the capacity of deputy here in McGoffin County and has since moved on to other departments, appropriately recognized by his peers. I've got a lot of other news and information, a community calendar, of course, and much more to present to you in what's left of the half hour. Our governor today, Governor Beshear, has officially announced what he's doing to help try to battle the heroin epidemic as it pertains to the state of Kentucky, and he is doing so by setting aside some $10 million to be used to fight the epidemic of heroin use and abuse here in Kentucky. It will start July the 1st with the dispersal of several million dollars. It will be split into $2.6 million going to help fund community centers for substance abuse treatment. Another $1 million will go to the care for babies who are born addicted to opiates, and another $1.5 million will be aimed at treatment programs for county and state inmates. Heroin overdoses have increased dramatically in Kentucky. I think the latest numbers that I saw from 2011 to 2012, well more than 200% in increase. And I had a report just days ago also focusing on heroin use and how it is leading to the potential setup for an HIV outbreak with the use of all the dirty needles, and how that too is a focus by our legislators, leaders, and those in the medical field and others as well. A quick reminder, Game 6 is tonight, and sheer excitement. Can't wait to see Marlena Van Hoos sing the national anthem, as she's done for some enormous crowds and in some enormous venues. But tonight she'll do so for the Cleveland Cavaliers and all those in attendance for Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Tip-off not set till 9 o'clock, so you've got plenty of time, but that will indeed be the first order of business, and we're real excited to catch that tonight. Another reminder, as I don't have it on the calendar because I want to make sure we focus on it, the Relay for Life in McGoffin County has been set for this Friday at North McGoffin Elementary from 6 p.m. till 12 a.m. They're going to be relaying with live entertainment, guests, food, fun, and they do have a backup plan for weather provisions, and that will be that they'll be able to move into the gymnasium, and right now that's probably a good plan to have in your back pocket. If you have any questions, you can contact John Howard at 349-8309 or 496-8308. With that said, headlines start right after these words. Be sure and let these sponsors and all of our sponsors know you're watching whenever you have the opportunity. I'll be right back.
Hey guys, Jason Weffenstedt, sales manager at the all-new Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paintsville, Kentucky. But as you can tell behind me, we're just weeks away from opening our brand new dealership, and we want to invite everybody down to take a test drive and be entered to win a free vacation package from Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paintsville, Kentucky.
They're only weeks away from their grand opening, but they're open for business today. So come in and get entered for a vacation package to be given away at the brand new Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Paintsville. 297-5066. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband.
Another one of those circumstances where I didn't have to go far to find a headline literally onto the front porch. Now, I, like many or most, but not all of my neighbors, was not awakened by the crash. Some indeed were, but it wasn't recognized until sunlight the following morning would shed a little light on the situation that a hit and run took place on Dixie Avenue over the course of the weekend. Someone literally could have been killed, and to say that is not to do it lightly, because there was enough speed involved from a vehicle that simply failed to negotiate a curve and then crashed into another vehicle that, had they struck another car that was occupied, it could have certainly been a much more serious situation. But right now, authorities are still asking for the public's help and support to try to find the vehicle that was involved.
So this is the view as you would come down from my house down Dixie Avenue. These are the skid marks left behind by a vehicle. The two vehicles, the car and the truck in your screen there, are not involved, but they are sitting where another vehicle was sitting, which was not where it was found the following morning. Someone traveling at a high rate of speed attempted to stop but did not managed to do so, went through the curve and then struck a parked car that was sitting in and belonged to the lawn of John Tim and Sandy Likens. It was their vehicle parked there in the driveway, and you can see the impact serious enough to literally destroy this vehicle. And a side view in just a moment will give you a better idea as to how fast the suspect vehicle must have been traveling after it skidded for several feet and attempted to make a stop. Jeremy Watson with the Sayersville Police Department told me via telephone call earlier today that the case is still very well open. They still have no leads except for the fact that there were some blue paint scars left behind, and they believe that someone had to have seen something. It's also believed this may have happened sometime between the 12 and 1 o'clock hour, and I believe that would have been Saturday night. He is asking for the public support. If you see a vehicle that may match the description, just being blue in color and also with serious front end damage, to call the Sayersville Police Department. And based on other clues, the suspect vehicle may have also been scrapped itself, is another fear. They have been questioning local scrap yards as well as part of their investigation, but they're hoping that seeing this on the news tonight may spur someone's memory as to seeing something that they didn't really know they were seeing at the time. So a vehicle they believe to be blue in color, definitely with some front end damage, that would have been seen coming out of Dixie sometime at that time frame, or possibly seen somewhere else thereafter. You can call the Sayersville City Police Department. You can remain anonymous if you so desire to do so, and you can also, of course, forward information anytime you would like to through Your News Today. One thing, though, before I close out this report for now, this would have been Friday night and into Saturday morning, and not the before mentioned Saturday, Sunday. So sometime around midnight, Friday night, 1 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning is a potential time frame, but sometime during the overnight, Friday night into Saturday morning.
City Council coverage from here in Sayersville coming up in just a few moments. Right now, a former Magoffin County Sheriff's Deputy, a Floyd County native, and still a resident of which has since moved on to the Commercial Vehicle Enforcement Division of the Kentucky State Police, was officially recognized by his peers at an awards ceremony in Lexington last week. Magoffin County Rescue Squad Captain Carter Conley was the first to alert me to the story earlier this week, and I've been hoping to get a little word with Darvin Marcellette, and that's not happened as of yet. So tonight we'll go ahead and make mention of his outstanding efforts, which have led him to be the latest recipient of the Life-Saving Medal, which is awarded to officers who perform life-saving acts under extraordinary circumstances.
Marcellette, seen in the center in the front row, was one of a half-dozen Kentucky State Police and Commercial Vehicle Enforcement officers to receive the Life-Saving Medal, which is awarded to those officers who do perform life-saving acts under very extraordinary circumstances. Now, at the same time, he was also named Officer of the Year for Region 6, which does include Pikeville. 6 other fellow Commercial Vehicle Enforcement officers were also honored at the regional level as well. Now, this goes back to events that I believe took place after the first of the year, so I believe it was in 2015 that it came upon a situation in Floyd County, if I'm not mistaken. I'm quoting the report that I ran then based on memory, in which he came upon an individual who was choking and may have choked to death if he hadn't stepped in just the very nick of time and helped save that individual's life. A motorist on the side of the road, if I'm not mistaken, in Floyd County at the time. He can be seen here holding both of the awards, the Life-Saving Medal, and once again also being designated as Officer of the Year for Region 6. Darvin Marcellette from Floyd County, currently serving as one of our many dedicated commercial vehicle enforcement officers.
I'll put this next one on the calendar when it gets a little bit closer, certainly, but I want to go ahead and make mention of it tonight. It was just in the box as I came in and sat down behind the desk, that being the box on the front door, which is always one of several places that you can send announcements. But if you want to find out more about becoming a foster or adoptive parent for the Cabinet for Health and Family Services, they're having an informational meeting. It's going to be held in Prestonsburg on the 4th floor of the First Commonwealth Bank building. It's not until July the 30th, so still weeks away. But it is for families of McGoffin, Martin, Johnson, Floyd, and Pike, and classes are free. And I've also got a phone number if you'd like to find out more. In the meantime, Melissa Turner can be reached at 349-3122. And we'll have that reminder for you on our calendar, which is, as always, as it is tonight, brought to you by McGoffin Farm Bureau.
And up first is a birthday wish. It says, a happy birthday wish to this handsome feller, Herman Patrick, 61 years young today. With a lot of love, Herman, on your 61st from your wife, Kathy, and all your kids. Happy birthday to you. And I've got anniversary wishes tonight. A happy first anniversary to Johnny and Tanya Howard with a whole lot of congratulations and love on your special day. Happy anniversary. Happy first. Couple of cleanup reminders in McGoffin County. The county-wide cleanup wraps up this week. The county collecting large items. That includes tires and flood debris as well, all week long if you are a resident of Magisterial District 1. And for the city of Sagersville, also picking up large items and tires and the like. And if you need some help getting those to the curb or you want to let them know to come and get them, you can call City Hall at 349-2409. So the Sagersville Cleanup Week is this week through Friday, and District 1 for county residents through Friday as well. Revival starts this Friday at the regular Primitive Baptist Church, and Pastor Herman Russell welcomes all. I do not see a time as of right now. I'll get that for you on tomorrow's program. But just so you know, Revival at the regular Primitive Baptist Church starts this Friday, and I believe will continue nightly thereafter. And it indeed is time. It's getting close to the 4th of July. We'll talk more about it when we have coverage of our Sagersville City Council meeting in just a moment. But the firecracker pageants, well, they'll be going off, pardon the pun, but sign-ups are to be held tomorrow and Thursday, this Wednesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock down at the Renaissance Building here in downtown Sagersville, right under the light. If you have any questions, call Jency at 496-7304 or Tanika at 367-3992. Sign-ups for the firecracker pageants in McGoffin County this Wednesday and Thursday at 6 at the Renaissance Building in downtown Sagersville. And that wraps it up for tonight's calendar with a quick reminder: mail, phone, fax, email, or Facebook your messages or birthdays or anniversaries, so drop them off here at the newsroom. Your News Today studio is located on East Maple Street, just a few doors above the Sagersville Post Office. And remember, you can always catch programming if you want to see it again or missed it the night before on yournewstoday.com. To get high-speed internet on their state-of-the-art fiber optic network for all of your home and business solutions, or to watch TV without a contract on over 200 digital channels with superb quality, or stay connected with family and friends with 24/7 telephone service you can always depend on, contact Foothills Broadband today. Or just click on their link to the right to find out how they're working to provide the latest in communications at affordable prices with exceptional service at Foothills Broadband.
The Sagersville City Council met in regular session last evening, in addition to the mayor's report, which also included some details about the upcoming 4th of July celebration here in McGoffin County, as well as some other topics. Other discussions were centered around, in length, about bids which were open for 3 various city-related projects. Also, the passing of the budget and insurance was discussed, as well as the city is still trying to determine or find a way, an alternate insurance policy, which will be cheaper than what I understand is about a $12,000 per year per employee policy that they currently have.
It's my understanding that the city pays about $12,000 a year per employee. The city employees pay nothing for their health insurance. Water department employees do pay a portion of theirs, but they do have a family plan available. The agent is through the Kentucky League of Cities, who they have contacted in hopes of possibly finding a cheaper alternative to their insurance, which is amounting to, I believe, if I'm if I'm saying this correctly, was about $165,000 per year that the city spends for health insurance for its employees. They're hoping to have someone maybe present to bring some alternatives before the council in the coming days or weeks. This, of course, a part of the budget, which also was discussed last evening, as the insurance makes up a significant portion of the budget for the city of Sayersville.
Their employees now pay 20% of their health insurance out of their.
They just changed their health insurance plan.
But they also get a family plan.
Yeah, they get that.
We don't offer a family plan. But what I done today is I called the Kentucky League of Cities, and Kathy Heiner, who does their insurance, is sending us the 3 basic plans that we can choose from, which we're behind over the deadline again, and she said the only way we can change the insurance plan is just cancel them. Cancel them. So if we want to check with some other insurance carriers to see what, if you guys want to do that and see what kind of rates you can get, stuff like that, then we can change it over. And like I say, with this budget, we've already got it built in. So if we find a different insurance carrier, we can amend it down with, whatever you want to do. But she's sending me all that stuff. And somebody from the Kentucky League of Cities will come and talk to y'all if you want to talk to them about it too, a representative. So if you want to set that up one day or something, Jeff, if you want to talk to them, if anybody else wants to talk to them, I think it's better to get all the information. You're asking us, and these guys are for Obamacare, everything's changed. She said that when I talked to her today, she said it changes 2 weeks to 2 weeks.
I know me personally, I have Blue Cross and Blue Shield insurance. Now, it's not $50 deductible. It's $2,500, I think, deductible on a family plan, me and my wife.
So that's for two.
$700 a month. That's $8,400 a year. We're paying $12,000 per individual.
Our average is 1,071 is what they sent me today on the.
That's $12,000 a year. That's about $4,000 difference, and I got a family plan. And that's why I think we're just paying too much for health. Just unbelievable. It's running about what, $175,000 a year.
160 something, 164. That's what I figured on. 162 something.
Also on Money Matters, much discussion about the budget. The reading of it last night would finalize the budget for the fiscal year upcoming for the city of Sayersville. Councilman Tom Frazier, who has served on the council for many, many years, questioned the details in the proposed budget.
Like I said, with this budget, you got an estimate the last 2 or 3 weeks, and we had to come up with this budget before these 3 weeks, and we might have took in some money, but I still think this budget right here with 1.3 is $100,000 more than last year's budget. And I just don't think a $1.5 million budget is going to be. We tried that once before. We had a budget like that, I think, year before last, and we come in like 1.1 million. So
this budget will accommodate the raise if they get $1.
Yeah, I've already got it built in. Yeah. It's got the raise, it's got your insurance, it's got. Like I say, I allowed for another truck for the road department. In fact, if you look at it, we appropriated more money for each department than we did in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, you did.
And I don't mean that.
And this budget can be amended. I mean, I'm not the truth sayer. I mean, I ain't perfect,
My only problem is, normally you have to count for every dollar.
I know.
And I don't think you get counted for every dollar as well as Carlotta did. But
Carlotta had the figures of every dollar we took in.
Yeah.
But you got to look what next year is. Next year's a guess.
Yeah, I know.
You don't know if you want to take in this next year.
And
I've already told you, you're not going to take in the co-severance money.
Guess on her, guess on her.
But this guess is the high guess. This is the highest it can be.
A whole lot higher.
The high lot, and mine's the low guess.
Carlotta's budget was passed. Yours is present, proposed. You're proposing a budget. That's your saying. Yours is passed. It's already come in. It shows actual.
Hers is year to date. That's all she put in there, and she's got last year's actual. Mm-hmm. She never proposed it. The mayor proposes a budget. That's what's right in the law. I took her figures.
The council did that.
Got her figures, and I took the figures before that, and the figures the last 3 years I give y'all remember that report I gave you 3 years back? I'm going 5 years back and coming up with a figure. Not just last year's, and not just the year before that. And I know we're taking in more money, but you've got to look at some of the things that might happen this coming year, and if you over budget, and I come to you and I say, Tom, next August, I said, we can't pay the bills, and we ain't got no money in the bank because our budget's wrong. I ain't gonna put that on my shoulders. This is the budget I think will be the budget that we'll get.
Too low, that could be the case.
Huh? I'd rather err on the side of low than err on the side of high. Because a lot of this is you're going to have to guess on if you're going to take some of more of this stuff in. And like I say, with the 4-lane coming through up there, some of the businesses not going to be there paying taxes in the city unless we annex. You got VIP supposed to go out, Shellmark goes out, you got some of those businesses, and yeah, we took in 200, or we're going to take in 210,000. But I'd rather put down 190,000, we're going to take it in and prepare a budget with that, with the raises, with our insurance, paying all of our bills, than to put in $210,000 and not be able to pay them. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm not arguing, but yeah, mine, I went right with what Carlotta, I took Carlotta's figure, which was exactly to the penny. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we took in.
They did pass the budget. Also, they did table, as I maybe failed to have mentioned, the discussion on the insurance pending some more information. They also discussed some bids which were open for some projects, and the mayor's report included a lot of information, including some details about the upcoming 4th of July celebration. But I am running short on time, and will include that information on tomorrow night's show. Which leaves me just enough time to talk about, well, what we've already been seeing throughout the day, and we'll continue to see. I'd have officially still 3/10 of an inch of rainfall here at the newsroom, and the showers knock temperatures down to about to the degree of about 12 degrees, to the tune of about 12 degrees, be easier to say. We're still sitting at 79 out there, but much better than 92, 91 where I was the newsroom earlier. And we still have some more showers and a few thunderstorms headed through the viewing area over the course of the evening, which may pale in comparison to what we're going to see later on in the week. We're talking about the potential of a few inches of rainfall cumulatively. We've got showers and storms that will continue to make their way into the viewing area, and some of those will be embedded with some lightning. Heavy rainfall is looking to be a better possibility a little later on in the week. We've got a cold front coming to town, and that's going to help things before the end of the work week and weekend. Tomorrow and Thursday, I think, will be even maybe more active than was today as far as showers and storms are considered. But then it's Tropical Storm Bill, really the leftovers, that may affect our Friday forecast and into Saturday. That's when we could pick up, still too far to tell, could pick up some additional and significant rainfall. A little flooding might be in the realm of possibility. So to some of your Licking Valley RECC forecast in very short and sweet order. Tonight, as you saw, a low of around 68, mostly cloudy. I showed you the showers and the looming in the local Doppler radar and above. Wednesday, 87 and 69. Thursday, a 40% chance of showers and storms, partly sunny, and that's just across the board, very similar to what we've seen. And into Friday, and right now, we're already starting to see a little bit of Bill work its way into the forecast. 40% chance of showers and storms, more clouds at mostly cloudy, still the mid-80s. And then showers and storms are likely right now on your Friday with still mostly cloudy skies above. And I think Sunday we'll start to see a little sunshine return. But nowhere do we back off from the 80s. 85 to 89, pretty much the entire forecast period. And we'll know more about Bill and local headlines and information that you'll only see with me when we hope that you'll join us back here tomorrow night. For now, thank you for watching.